Well, I love my little fish as they swim through their home, drifting through the water where the gentle currents roam. When the sunlight finds them, all their colors start to shine, painting little rainbows in this peaceful aquarium of mine. Oh, my heart goes floating as they wander to and from, through the plants and shadows where the sparkling waters flow. In their tiny world, I find a gentle kind of love, a little piece of heaven shining softly from above. I am happy just to sit and watch my little fish swim as the evening settles and the fading sunlight dims. My heart is full of wonder, peaceful as can be, in their gentle underwater world that's home to them and me.
Yeah. We got him. We got him back. We got another one too. You want to hear another one? I got this one's cute. It's really sweet. Listen to this. We don't have any video with it, but the music is wonderful. Yeah.
I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow bright and draw me to the world where my heart wants to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Their fins are flashing, scales are gleaming, silent stories gently streaming in their water world so serene. A peaceful heaven, a tranquil scene. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Little bubbles rising slow, a gentle current to and from. My heart finds solace in their grace, a smile upon my weary face. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Swim on, my little fishy, swim on, your beauty bright until the dawn.
Ain't that sweet? Ain't that just too sweet? Yeah. So we're getting them back. We had some scoundrel decide to put a copyright strike on our earlier rendition of the music, which was the music was AI. The poetry is mine. I wrote the lyrics years ago. And there was the guy who created it was gone. We didn't have any way to contact him, so we couldn't prove anything. And we essentially lost that tune. But our brilliant geniuses who work for us over on Discord on our Fatherfish Shoal just weren't going to take it laying down. And they created now 2 new renditions. And that first one is a banger, and I just love it. I love it. We're going to play it again. You want to play it again? We can play it again. Let's play it again. I want to play Say it again. Where's there?
Well, I love my little fish as they swim through their home, drifting through the water where the gentle currents roam. When the sunlight finds them, all their colors start to shine, painting little rainbows in this peaceful aquarium of mine. Oh, my heart goes floating as they wander to and from, through the plants and shadows where the sparkling waters flow. In their tiny world, I find a gentle kind of love, a little piece of heaven shining softly from above. I am happy just to sit and watch my little fish swim as the evening settles and the fading sunlight dim. My heart is full of wonder, peaceful as can be, in their gentle underwater world that's home to them and me.
Yeah. And here's what this is all about. What this is all about is doing what comes natural. Just doing what comes natural. And you know, that's the cowboy way. I mean, that's the American way, if you will. That's the country way. I was talking with my Eve today, and I said, you know, I grew up wild. I grew up in nature. I grew up just immersed in the country. And she said, well, how did that happen? I said, well, it was really pretty simple. I got kicked out of the house and told to go out and play. And we lived in the country. And I learned how to play in the country. I went into ditches and streams and creeks, climbed trees, picked wild berries. My favorite were the chinkapins. But you don't know what that is. Chinkapins, it's a nut that grows on a tree, and they're not very popular and not very common, but they're very, very good. I haven't had one in, probably 75 years. I still remember them. I do. That's what we're about. We're about the joy of living in the real world, not the world of plastic and the world of all of this electronics. That's not the real world. The real world is the one that God created. It's the one that has all of the animals living in it, all of the plants growing in it, and all the fishies. And isn't that why we have fishings? Because we want to be a part of that real world. And so we've developed a whole system, one whole entire system that is as natural and as honest as we can possibly make it. And in so doing, it is as wonderful, as stable and strong and healthy as it can possibly be. And this book is all about that. It's all about the details of it. Oh, it's not a philosophical treatise, not by a long shot. This is culturing foods from your jar, the resurrection jar, finding the optimal temperature, the most encountered predators, do not fear pests, miniature worlds, and free fish food. Absorption efficiency. Absorption efficiency. How much fish food? Fecal food webs. On and on and on and on and on and on and on. It just never ends. 400 pages of all of that. Just the most exquisite detail. Detail. Appendixes, full of appendixes. Adding a wow factor to your tank. Oh, here's the section on aquascaping. Oh, this is amazing. If you go through this chapter on aquascaping, you will be functioning at the most professional level of aquascaping. I guarantee it, because that's the way it's written. And yet it is in such wonderful detail that it helps you really understand what the issues are in creating a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece. On and on and on and on. The book is available right now on Amazon. And I want you to go there, all of you, I want you to go there, every single one of you, and leave a comment. Leave a comment. Talk about it. Talk about the book. Talk about Father Fish. Talk about your aquarium. Talk about all of it. Be sure to do that. Do that today, tomorrow, the next day. You can do it more than once too. Be sure to get on Amazon. Look it up. We're the 12th best new book listed in India. We're listed on Amazon in India, as well as in Europe, as in the EU, and in Great Britain, and in Canada, and here in the US. We're all over the world. Now, I noticed the prices were not right for the book sale in Great Britain. It takes a while to get all these things set up right. It'll get fixed, and you'll be able to buy the book anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. And if you have a Barnes and Noble, it'll be in Barnes and Noble. They're one of the this is published through a national publisher. A publisher who publishes hundreds of books a year that are high quality books. Now, it's a Christian publisher. It's called Covenant. What that means is they don't publish trash. They publish quality. They publish some religious books, but very few compared to their total publication. They were enormously excited when we approached them with the desire to have them publish our book, just inquiring. And they made it possible for it to happen. We're going to be doing a lot of promotion through them and through promotional booksellers to get this out. Here's one thing that you need to understand about the book. We've been calling it an encyclopedia. It's really not. What it is, it's a textbook. Any of you who have ever had a book in a classroom, a course that was based on, that's what this is. This is the book that courses are going to be based on in classrooms. High school, maybe junior high, college. This book will become one of the most popular books in learning about ecology and the natural world. And an aquarium is simply the best and easiest way to get that window into the natural world in a way that's small, that's easy to duplicate, that's controllable, manageable, that you can take anywhere, set up anywhere, do anywhere, and enjoy anywhere. The natural aquarium. Wow. This will be absolutely earth shaking and groundbreaking because it completely does away with the entire technological approach to maintaining a fish tank. Oh, we use heaters because heaters are important. And we use lights. Lights are important. And we use filters and even fish nets. But there are a lot of things we don't use. We don't use CO2 injection for one thing because it's completely unnecessary. The substrate that we have designed and developed and made available to everyone, you can make it yourself or you can buy it from us, creates more CO2 than your tank can even possibly use. You don't need to generate CO2. You don't need to kill everything. You don't need medication. There are a few we do occasionally use, and we're glad to have them. So we're not absolutists about this, but we are purists in the best sense. We know that nature works, and we know it works more effectively than we are able to manage it. And so we depend on nature to be able to manage our little aquarium. We give it everything it needs and watch it go and watch it grow. I've been doing that in my office. I have a tank that was set up 27 years ago. Still going strong. Never changed the substrate, never broke it down. Had a few catastrophes along the way, like when a little child dumped an entire can of fish food in it. And we didn't notice it for about 3 days. Whew. It was a mess. You know what we did? Took everything dead out, got as much of the muck out as we could, drained it about a third, and let it sit there. Hooked the milk filters back up. In 1 week, it was crystal clear. It completely cleared up. He said we took out all the waste. Everything that was making it foul was gone. And so with there's nothing left to make it foul, it cleared right up. Came right back, zinging back. Didn't need to break it down. Didn't need to tear it up. Didn't need to destroy it. It was fine. It was just kind of sick. But given the chance to heal, it healed. And we probably didn't even really need to take that water out, but well, you know, I panicked like anybody else. I took some of the water out. I got it down about a third, about a fourth, and realized, what am I doing? And I stopped, and I cleaned the sponge filters out, put them back in. I think I turned the light on, I'm not sure. I think I did. It was in a window, so it was getting light anyway. And just let it sit there, walked away from it, came back 2 days later, it was clear. In a week, I was putting new plants in it, new fish in it, filling it back up. Wonderful. Nature knows how to do that. Nature knows how to take care of its own. And we are part of its own. Come join us. Join this wonderful adventure in living in the real world. It's an exercise you may find unique. So many are trying to make it in the synthetic world, trying to be isolated and afraid to go out and afraid to do anything, afraid to meet people, afraid to mix it up. They're just afraid. They're afraid. There's nothing to fear. The mean people, the mean people are not out here in the natural world. They're all hiding in corners. You can get away from them by joining us. There are no mean people here. They're all gone. They're afraid to come because they know if they come, they're going to have to change because there's nothing here to be mean about. They need to be mean. They need to go somewhere else to do their meanness. They're not. I mean, they're welcome here. They can come, but they won't find a home for their meanness. They'll only find a home for joy, for the pleasure of being here, for the joy of being with others who are in love with the real world and in truth, in love with God, in truth. That's the answer. There isn't any other answer. And it's not a cult, it's a freedom. It's the freedom to be, the freedom, the real freedom to be who you really are. Without fear, without anxiety and stress, all of that's just gone away. And you're taken in by creation, by reality, by a love of the world and the love of the world. Join us. Oh, you get the book. This book is so good. I don't think the word God is mentioned one time in the book. I don't think so. It might be. Not by design. If it is, it's wonderful. It was written by a group of scientists, and you know how scientists are. They're very scientific. But these are scientists who've had the benefit of being converted to the Father Fish way. They got excited about natural aquariums and about the natural world. And they asked me if they could help me write a book. And I said, wow, can you? I've been wanting to do this forever. And they got so involved and were creating things so wonderful. I had almost nothing to do with it. I probably had 10 pages in here, and they're all kind of spread around. The introduction, and I think there's a postscript and a few other pages along the way. Not very much, but it's all, every bit of it is about things that I've said, things I've shown, things that we've been able to discover and make available in our tanks, like the resurrection jar. And we even use the term resurrection jar because we discovered the importance of microorganisms, little tiny microscopic life in your tank. Without it, your tank cannot survive. It cannot be balanced, and it cannot, more importantly, it cannot be healthy without microscopic life. And so we teach, how do you do that? How do you get that? Oh. And boy, did we break down some barriers with that one. How do you do it? You go out to a ditch and you get some muck, and you put muck in your tank. That's right. You put mud in your tank. Well, not exactly mud. You put wet leaves, just a few, not a lot. Wet leaves, because they have all kinds of little microorganisms living on them, eating them, chewing them up. And so you put them in the tank, and they begin chewing up all the other waste that's in the tank and converting it. And it converts and feeds something else, which feeds something else. And lo and behold, by the time it's all done, you have a web of life that's feeding itself, an entire system living in your community tank, living in there, thriving in there, growing, healthy, with happy, healthy fish and happy, healthy plants, which makes for a happy, healthy fish keeper. It does. It really does. The book, it's all about the book. And the book is all about us. And we're all about you. We're all about making it possible for you and for everyone who joins our community to find a way to fulfill your dreams. That's what you started your aquarium with, your very first one, a dream, a vision, an idea in your brain about what this could be. That it could be something lovely, something pretty, something maybe beautiful, something that would have life in it, with fish swimming around and plants growing in it. And so you went to your local big box store, didn't you? And they filled your head with all kinds of chemicals and special products and things you just had to have, all kinds of chemicals and equipment that you could put into your tank to make it all work. And what happened? It didn't work, did it? It doesn't work that way. All that does is kill things. And it's really based on that idea. It's based on you have to kill some things for other things to live. Whew. That's a perversion of reality. That twists truth into a distortion. Now, things have to die for other things to live. That is absolutely true. In order for anything to live, something else has to die. No question about it. But that doesn't mean you have to kill it. It can grow old and die peacefully. And its finished body will become nutrients for something much smaller. Plants are a perfect example of that. A plant will grow and thrive. It'll produce fruit. It'll bloom. It'll grow old and it'll deteriorate. And as it does, all that it has been, all that it has done, has created a whole world of other life, other living things that are feeding on it. They're not cannibals. They're not murderers. What are they? They're life. It is the nature of life. Now, we don't go around eating each other, I'll grant you. Nor do I believe we should. I think we're above and beyond all that. I don't mind putting bodies in caskets. I would prefer to be cremated, I think, and my ashes, well, I really want my ashes resting with my father. I love my father so deeply and lost him when I needed him the most. He was taken away, horribly taken away. Never talked about this. Taken away by children with a gun who came up behind him to hold him up and get some money. And my father was not about to do that. He confronted them. He talked to them. And the gun went off. They got frightened and ran. Well, they found him. One of them spent 10 years in jail. The other one spent 25 years in jail. That was many years ago. They're both out now. I don't know how they're doing. I've lost track. I did have contact with one of the boys' grandparents. The families were deeply broken. So many were deeply broken. My father was an amazing and a remarkable man. Someday I'll tell his story. It needs to be told. And I took over for him, but I didn't have the benefit of his skill set. I was to be trained by him. And it happened just 1 month before I was to begin training with him, just 1 month. It was taken that quickly, and it was devastating. I took over and I did what I knew to do, and whew, did a lot. Did a lot. Ultimately, I had to leave. It was too much brokenness, and I moved to Florida, and I just dug into the Everglades. Went back to my roots, back to my childhood. Went back to nature, got in the water, and started just loving it all again. Got fish tanks, lots of fish tanks. Opened a store. I was selling fish for farmers, working on a fish farm. Got involved as a rep for a wholesaler. Just did all of it. Loved it. Finally got too old to do it anymore and decided to come home. Well, I was going to retire at 82. My plan was through 81 maybe to retire. I was old enough to retire, so I came back to Maryland where my family is. I'm working harder now and busier now and more productive now, I think, than I've ever been. Even the book started after I came back. It's been wonder. It's been a wonder. It's been a wonder and a joy. And my life has turned into a wonder and a joy. And that's what I share. The joy of fish keeping done the natural way. Done the way fish like it. Done in a way that makes it possible for you and for everyone else to just enjoy the hobby and learn and see nature working. Let's see. I'm going to look at your comments here and see what folks have been saying. Where do I go? Should I start at the end and work back? Or start at the beginning and work up? I'm going to start at the end and work back. Because I always go the other way. And I never catch up with myself. This hobby is a very good therapeutic, says Christian. It certainly is. It is the ultimate therapy. Because it brings you into a place where you can be whole, where you can experience health and wholeness and peace. The peace of nature. Nature is at peace 99% of the time. And when it's not, it gets pretty chaotic. Got to admit that. But it always returns to a peaceful state. It always does. Because that's where it is. It's the same with us. If we allow ourselves, through the chaos and the torment, the torture and the terror of life, to find a place of peace, a place of rest, a place where we can be at one with nature, with creation, yes, with God, then we will have peace. And we will have joy. And we will be able to celebrate life with others in a way that frees us from the pain and the torment and the torture and the agony of struggle, of injury, of pain, of having been hurt and not knowing how to overcome the hurt. You don't overcome hurt with more hurt. That only increases the hurt. And you don't overcome hurt by becoming hurtful or by succumbing to it and changing and becoming someone who evidences the pain and hurt of who you are. That doesn't get rid of the hurt. What gets rid of the hurt is realizing it is not the nature of creation. Creation is not here to injure us, but to give us a safe and a loving home. And we're taught that. We're taught that in very special places. And they're very rare, too rare, I think. It's taken me many, many years to find a place where that peace and that joy are taught. I've been a pastor. I've been in many churches. My ministry was a ministry of peace to very deeply, deeply troubled people who found a way to be at peace. Deaf people, people born without or who became early as children unable to hear, and many unable to speak, and so isolated, separated from the world. My grandparents were among them. My father was a minister for their community, as was I when he died. I did that for 20 years. And I made many, many deep, deep friends and some terrible, terrible enemies. Because the joy we shared with each other that gave each of our people strength was a community that lived on its own. It lived in isolation. It created opportunities for its members, its deaf members, to be able to be a part of the wider world. But their foundation was their community, their language, their experience, and the joy of those with whom they could best share. Oh, there were hearing people among them who came in and joined them. But that was not what the world wanted. The world wanted to force them on itself, to not allow them to have the stability and the strength and the integrity of who they are. And I fought that fight, fought that battle, fought that war, as did my father before me. But I didn't have the benefit of his teaching. It was taken from me far too soon. And I fought that fight on my own, and finally, I was not allowed to continue. And I was pretty badly burned out. And so I went back to my very first love, in which my parents kicked me out of the house, back in the country, and I went into nature. So I moved to Florida, back to nature, and became enthusiastic about tropical fish. Now, I've never told that story before, and I'm happy to be able to tell it now. Because the fish have saved me. They've saved many a person. So many of us get into this hobby as hermits. We get into it because life just gets to be too much, too heavy, too difficult, too complex, too hurtful. And if we do it right, and that's what I teach, how to do it right. You do it as an expression of the natural world, because that's really been my home, the natural world. Because nature does it all by itself, doesn't need any help from us at all to do everything it does. And by creating that little box, we really can create a natural environment. Now, I know there are those who poo-poo that and say, no, you can't, it ain't natural. Well, if it's not natural, what precisely is it? Is it Martian? If it's not living by the laws of nature, what laws is it living by? The laws of chemistry, and what are they precisely? This tank behind me. Look at those discus, how happy they are. That tank has dirt in it. It's got 2 inches of dirt, 3 inches of sand. It's got a lot of plants. We're getting more we're real excited about. Gonna put more bigger plants in it. We have a heater to keep the temperature where they like it. We have lights to be able to grow the plants. Fish don't need it much. We change water when it needs to be done. In this tank, that's a 125-gallon tank with about 10 medium-sized discus in it, 3 to 4 inch. A few little cory catfish. Some other things we're going to put in. I'm not going to tell you about it. You'll see later. Something on the bottom. Lots of plants. We'll have to do a bit of a water change in a few months. The water will start to get a little thick. You know what thick water means. Discus don't like thick water. They prefer thin water. They prefer new water, if you will, fresh water. Rainwater is their favorite. They love rainwater. That's where they do best. That's when they breed. When it rains and rains and rains, and the river comes up higher and higher and goes into the woods and rises up in the trees, and the discus go up in there and they swim around the branches and they build nests in trees like birds. And they raise their young, which in their first early days feed on their parents. The mother emits a slime, not the father, the mother. At least that's true with wiry. Emits a slime that the babies feed on. The wiro has a slime coat too, but the father doesn't have it. The mother does. The babies feed on that slime coat, and it gives them their first meals, which are full of nutrition. It's like a baby human or a baby mammal suckling on its mother. All of these wonderful nutrients that are precisely designed for that little baby. Allow it to thrive and to just jump up and to be strong and healthy. And then they begin looking around. And that's when we start feeding them, when they're looking around for other food. Experiencing all of that natural world makes you understand that creation has a perfection about it and a strength and an integrity about it that we don't know how to duplicate and don't need to duplicate. Do not need to duplicate. It's right there. And all we need to do is share it. We can create these little tanks by giving them exactly what they need to take off and grow. Some soil with enough nutrients to last for a few years until it can create its own. That's what nature does. It creates its own food. It cycles. It cycles and it grows in this huge web of life. It feeds upon itself and feeds itself. A huge web of life that encompasses all of life. 100% of life is this gigantic, enormous, global web that we're all a part of. We're a part of it. You're a part of it. I'm a part of it. It's who we are and it's what we are. It is the real world. And that's what our aquariums give us. The opportunity to be part of the real world. Not the world of technology. That's not the real world. That's a world of our imaginings. And it's a world that separates us from the real world. We haven't learned yet. We haven't learned how to integrate our technology into the real world. We need to learn to do that. We need to learn to be part of the world and not apart from the world. Being apart from creation breaks us and breaks so many of us in ways that are devastating and gives us nothing to rely on, nothing to depend on, nothing to enrich, to strengthen, to embolden, to give us joy and peace and kindness. We do live in a world that is kind. We do. If you can find it, it's there. You can find visions of it in your little aquarium. And if you look deeper, you can find the source. Well, that's as far as I need to go. What are we doing? We got 15 minutes. We're going to squander the next 15 minutes. How's that? Let's see. I'm working up here, I think. All right. You're not dumb, Jacob. Maybe a little crazy, but not dumb. Joking, but really. Jacob saying he's dumb. Jacob is not. Jacob is a love who is filled with so much excitement and so much inspiration that he just kind of lets it burst out and goes everywhere. It just goes out. And it goes on and on and on and on. On and on and on, endlessly on and on. It is your joy to do so, Jacob. It is your joy. And we celebrate you in that joy, even if we get a little tired of it sometimes. That's not on you. But we have also learned to listen to each other, to listen to our tanks, to listen, to be quiet, to be at peace, and to listen. To not feel the need to beat anybody up or convince anyone of anything. To be at peace and to be in love with those who are at peace with us. And that's what we have. We have a community of love. We do. We honestly and really, really do. Get on Discord for a while and tell me it isn't so. I know it is. I've been experiencing it for years now. I got a note today from Tony's daughter asking me to sign a book for her in memory of Tony. Tony is one of several dear, dear, beloved friends who have passed on. Aquarium Cop was another. So many of us remember Aquarium Cop, just loving people, sweet people who loved to be here, who were so much a part of our community and our lives, and they're gone. But more than their memory remains, their spirit remains. And the spirit of who they were and what they were with us remains alive with us. So in spirit they are here. In spirit they remain. In spirit we remain one with them. And they with us. And so I will take the greatest sincere joy in writing a eulogy for Tony in the book I will send to her family. She was a love and a joy, and she was so precious to me and to all of us. She was on Discord, found us there, found a home there, became just a foundation for our Father Fish show. And we miss her, those of us who knew her and shared with her, miss her desperately. It leaves a hole that it's hard to fill. Oh well. God bless Tony on her way. And she, I know, is on her way. As are we all on our way. And this is but a resting place. A place of solace, a place of peace. A place where we can be joyous, where we can be at rest, where we can share and care and be a part of each other's lives as we move through these days and years. Love you all. I don't want to go yet. We've still got 10 minutes. Shall I play the songs again? Let's do the first one. That was fun. Let me see if I can bring it back up. I think I know what it does. Right here.
I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow bright and draw me to the world where my heart wants to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Their fins are flashing, scales are gleaming, silent stories gently streaming. In their water world so serene, a peaceful heaven, a tranquil scene. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Bubbles rising slow, a gentle current to and from. My heart finds solace in their grace, a smile upon my weary face. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Swim on, my little fishy, swim on, your beauty bright until the dawn.
Pretty. I don't know who wrote that. It's one of two people. I think the rest one has written it. Well, I found it. I found it in somewhere on my computer. Somebody put it on my computer. It was written a couple of years ago. I heard it for the first time 2 or 3 days ago. And just grabbed me. Just so delightful. But I don't know where it came from. I need to find out. I think Naresh must have done it. I talked to Dwayne. I'll have to play it for him. In fact, he's probably here. Dwayne, are you still here? He was gonna stay for the beginning. Let's see if he's here. Christian's here. I want this song on a sensor. So every time I go to see my fish and feed them this place, That's a wonderful idea. Let's see, Sport's going to eat supper. I'm going to be happy when I'm old. Amen to that. Amen to that. If you ain't happy when you're old, you may as well be dead. So get happy and stay alive. I think it's the only thing that keeps me going. You know, I go to bed realizing I might not wake up. It's certainly possible. I mean, I got a pacemaker that beats both sides of my heart. I'm currently arithmetic. Is that the right word? I have arrhythmia. Been going on since February. I don't feel it. I don't notice it. Now, I did before when I had it a year ago, before they put this magical, mysterious, magnificent pacemaker in that beats both sides of my heart. My heart doesn't even beat. I got to have a machine to beat my heart for it. It's true. It's true. I'm mechanical. There ain't nothing wrong, but it works. You know, when it allows you to keep going and to go on strong and be at one with the world. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with modern medicine. It's the only reason I'm here. I've had bypass surgery, got cut open, got zipper. I got a zipper right down the middle. There it is, folks. All kind of medication. I'm on a dozen medications. I've been in and out of the hospital every year for the last 5 years, but not for the last year. If not that, my whole thing, no, wait a minute, that's not true. I got the pacemaker in the fall. That was in the fall. So I gotta make it until October to have been out of the hospital for a year. Other than that, I've been in every year for the last probably 10 years. And every time I go in, I come out stronger. I come out healthier. I come out better. I go in in order to get fixed, and I get fixed. And I come out and I'm fixed and I'm better until it starts breaking down again. This whole body, whoosh, I'm driving it. I'm driving it hard. I have a hard time walking now. I tried to get on my bike. I got a 3-wheeler, could not push it. The tires are kind of flat, and it was too hard. Couldn't do it. When the pedals were straight up and down, forget it. Couldn't push it.
Christian had a question about tadpoles.
About Christian had a question about tadpoles. What was it? Yeah, I'm sure I won't find it. JD says Butterfish is on its way to the cyberpunk future. It starts with the pacemaker. Now you need to mod the rest of your body. Well, I got a lot. I got a fake knee and a fake hip. I got no gallbladder. I've only got one kidney. I got a brain, I think, and that's still mine. I don't know about the rest of it. What did Christian want? What did he say?
He's asking
I'll never find it.
something. Well, it's right in that question.
Let's see.
Give it Christian.
Will comets eat tadpoles? Will comets eat tadpoles? I don't think so. A lot of things will. Goldfish are a bottom feeder. They're a carp, more specifically. They are actually a carp, and they eat mud. That's their nature. They'll eat fish food, but they don't go anything. They might eat a worm. They'll certainly eat a worm, but they don't chase food to catch it and eat it. They'll eat what's falling down in front of their nose. If you notice, their feeding is like sucking. It's that kind of thing. They're sucking food in, and they're not going to be able to suck anything live in. Not much. I mean, microscopic stuff to be sure. but they wouldn't go after shrimp. They don't chase food. I guess that's what it is. Goldfish don't chase food. If something's in front of them, they'll suck it in. And essentially, that's what they're doing. When they open their mouth, they create a little suction, and whatever's right in front of them gets sucked in. But it's usually like algae or mud at the bottom or something floating by, like flake food or that sort of thing. That's the way they're eating. So no, I don't think they're not going to chase anything. I don't recall ever seeing a goldfish chase anything live to eat it. And I could be wrong about that, but I don't believe they do. The comets eat tadpoles. I think you're safe to keep tadpoles. They eat the same thing basically. They both eat mud or algae or other kind of inanimate things. They don't chase food to eat it. Neither tadpoles nor goldfish. Retro Sci says, let's bring your father fish sold to India. I'll help you. Well, get together with me because I'm doing that with a few people, teaching them how to do the supplement. And once you do the supplement, it becomes very easy to mix that in. I can't ship it, but I can teach you how to make it so that you can build a business in India. And that's really what I prefer doing. I've got folks in a couple of different countries now who are doing this. They're Canada, let me think now. Canada, England, Germany, Australia. And there was somebody in the Philippines who's trying to get something started. I've got 3 or 4, maybe 5 people around the world who are trying to do things. There are a few successful. Oh, Scotland. We have one in Scotland who's manufacturing the supplement. So yeah, let's get together with me over on the Father Fish Show on the Discord and introduce yourself to me, and we'll get together. We'll do so. I'm very anxious to do that. It's too expensive and too impossible to ship this product around the world, and there's no need to. It's natural. It's all natural products, and it's very much of a function of what's available to you. So I can give you all of the formulas, teach you how to do it. You can mix it up and sell it. I will not take any part of that until you become wealthy enough to share your wealth. And then I want you to share it with me so I can keep sharing with everybody. That's all I do is share. Makes me happy to do it. I'm just too crazy to keep it. Although I'd like to have some really nice things, but nice friends are nicer. All right. Adam is here. I was on Adam's broadcast Tuesday. It was great fun. Had a really good time. I got one little piece from him already from it. That was great fun. Really nice. Enjoyed it, Adam, very much. It was a delight. Richard, I'll teach you how to do it. Get back to me. Get in touch with me. If you can't get into, we can do a link, can't we? Can I post a link? Okay, let me get to it. Can I get to it from here? I don't know. Is she got it? Okay. Let's see if I can get a link. Discord. Direct messages. Oh, somebody did? Oh, good, okay. Cyberpunk, my grandfather is on that. How to watch sports over an ice movie. I'll look into it, that'd be fun. Couple of aftermarket parts, yeah, I got a bunch of them. I've had half a dozen stents since the bypass, and four-way bypass, and then I've had about 6 stents after that. I need stents routinely. My veins just go like that. And they tell me I'm going to reach a point where I won't be able to do stents anymore. But the pacemaker is helping a lot because it's kind of blowing it through. It makes it work. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not exhausted the way I used to be. You know, someday it'll all break down and I'll just not be able to get up anymore. But that didn't happen yet. And I'm going to see how far I can go. I'll go as far as I can. I will. I'll go as far as I can. I'll go until I can't go no more. Let's see. I don't think I want to read them. JD, you might go back and correct your post. I'm not going to read it. Going to be loud around here? So yes, it will, won't it? About 2 more weeks, and we're going to be into it. That'll be great fun. Goldfish are cold water courtesans. Yes, they are. Goldfish are a cold water fish. They can live in water that's frozen on the surface. Not solid, mind you, but on the surface. Let's see. We're commenting tadpoles. If they catch them, they will. Tadpoles don't really have very good escape mechanism. The goldfish grazes on the bottom, and if it gets one in its mouth, it's going to swallow it because it is food. But they typically the tadpoles will get out of the way when some grazer comes along, sucking along the bottom. If they're not smart enough, they'll get swallowed though. Good question. Yeah, great, Richard. I'll help you do that. I'll get you the firm. They teach you how to do it. And if you, it's a approximate formula. Mine keeps changing because I keep finding new and wonderful things to add to it. But it's composed of whatever is available to you. And that's typically whatever is common to the environment you're living in. So it's perfect in that sense. But we'll get together. Contact me on our Discord server on the show, and we'll get together and I'll help you build this. Help you get it together. Want this song in a sensor. Every time I go see my face and feed them a place. Yeah, I know. Me too. Adam, music night, right? If you want to hear the first one again, I love that. Oh, that's so cool. Let's play it again. Let's play it again. Up here. There it is, right there.
Well, I love my little fish as they swim through their home, drifting through the water where the gentle currents roam. When the sunlight finds them, all their colors start to shine, painting little rainbows in this peaceful aquarium of mine. Oh, my heart goes floating as they wander to and from through the find a gentle kind of love, a little piece of heaven shining softly from above. I am happy just to sit and watch my little fish swim as the evening settles and the fading sunlight dim. My heart is full of wonder, peaceful as can be, in their gentle underwater world that's home to them and me.
Yeah, Dwayne did that. Magnificent, just magnificent. Dwayne lives in South Africa, and is in a rough spot. He's in a rough spot. His family's all there, so he's locked into being there. Married, has a lovely wife, and he's just been a creative joy for us, editing all our videos and doing these incredible pieces of music. That is so cool. I just absolutely love it. We had our original one stolen from us, so he has brought us back to life with our Little Fishies music. And I think the other one I played earlier, I think Naresh made that, yours I can tell. I haven't been able, he's in bed. I haven't been able to ask him yet, but I've been trying to track it down. That's just a really cute song too. Both country western, which is interesting, isn't it? I think so. How are we doing? We've blown it. We've blown way past the witching hour here. What should I do? Shall we end up with a song? Let's play Naresh's again, and we'll go home with this. Love you all. Love you all. Yeah. Aha.
I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow bright and draw me to the world where my heart wants to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Their fins are flashing, scales are gleaming, silent stories gently streaming. In their water world so serene, a peaceful heaven, a tranquil scene. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Little bubbles rising slow, a gentle current to and from. My heart finds solace in their grace, a smile upon my weary face. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishy as they swim about their own. Swim on, my little fishy, swim on, your beauty bright until the dawn.
God bless you all. Beautiful evening. Bye for now.